find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Jones.
That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. A 1st down carry for Barkley.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half, the team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. This one to Slayton over the middle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Dancing to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Let me see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now flags come in here. Look like one of the Eagles might have moved. That flag. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incomplete.
New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
On third down, Barkley. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
Back deep for Philadelphia, Devontae Smith.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, what a move. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. 2nd and 5. And this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Down to the 42, 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now from the 42.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're friends from the defensive bad because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quick.